Welcome back to MMA Oddsbreaker. I'm Frank Trigg. That's Elias Garcia. He's getting ready to fight Damacio Page coming up in Legacy Fighting Championships 1512. So every time I turn around, Legacy has another one coming up. This one's 31, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, they've got like back-to-back ones coming up real quick. So
yes, they're coming out pretty often.
You know, Colin Quantrell and Mick Maynard are putting together some good cards. Who do you speak to more, Mick or Colin, when it's time to deal with Legacy?
I speak to Colin.
And is he as frantic and as crazy on the phone with you when he's trying to matchmake as he is with us when I used to work for Access TV? And
he seems calm and collective, cool, calm, collective. So
it's a farce. He's got you all jacked up. It's a farce. Well, let's bring it down a little bit. Let's go back and talk about your last fight. You lost to Henry Cejudo. It was a decision back in Legacy 27.
Yes.
What do you think you could have done differently in that one to actually beat Henry? Because he had a problem making weight that time. He didn't come at the right weight. It ended up being a whole mix-up, which isn't like him as a wrestler. He should have been able to make weight, at least do that portion to show up. So what could you have done better physically to sway the judges into your favor?
Physically, a lot of people don't know this, but like at that first round, I was doing well. Even stuff his takedowns, he did take me down, got back to my feet. The very first punch I threw in the second round broke my hand, shattered like bad, and I was just the rest of the time I was just couldn't make a grip. He had wrist. I was trying to control his wrist, get back up. Whenever he had me on the ground, the second time I couldn't make a fist. It was bad. So right after that, I had surgery on my hand. I got metal plates put in there and went through a healing process. So I mean, as far as everything, I mean, I knew what I needed to do. I physically couldn't do it. I couldn't make a fist to get obviously wrist control, get back to my feet, everything. So the rest of that fight, I was pretty much in survival mode.
Yeah, I had no idea. So what you said they put a plate in? Is it just one plate or is it a couple of plates?
It's one plate. Yeah.
How many screws?
I believe it was 4 screws.
Okay.
Yeah. So
how long was that? I mean, obviously the 6 to 8 week healing process for the bones to heal, but the plate in there doesn't take a little bit longer to heal because there's a plate in there now too.
That's what I heard too. But the doctor said I was healing fine, and I got cleared to fight about 7 weeks later. And so, but in the meantime, I was going, cycling, doing whatever I could, just trying to stay active, not be off the bench too long.
That fight was January 31st of 2014, and
correct.
Your next fight is coming up here is only 6 months later. So to have a major injury like that and be able to fight 6 months later, that's a big deal. How soon after the fight did you actually have surgery?
I had surgery that next week.
Oh wow! Okay, so you went right to it. There wasn't any, because a lot of times they kind of hem and haw and try to figure what they're going to do and that whole mess. So it was good. I'm glad you got in there right away. And the hand's fine now. You don't have any problems hitting anything now, and everything's okay.
I've been sparring 100% and everything. It's been a good healing process. I mean, I was a little nervous at first. It was bad. It was really bad. And but I mean, the doctors over here, they did really well. The hand surgeon and they monitored, did therapy on it, and I feel like it's if not at least 98% back. It's I don't have any problems with it at all.
Do you have to do any kind of tape job to it, like a special wrap job to get it ready for fight night? Like you have to have a special wrap on it.
As far as like
like when you wrap their hands, like I know when I used to work with Stitch Duran, Stitch would. I had a bad left hand. I shattered it before the first Matt Hughes fight, and when he wrapped my hand, he had to wrap it a particular way to make sure all the bones stayed together. I didn't tell him my hand was broken, but I told him I knew all the terms. It hurts here, it hurts here. Can you wrap it this way? And he wrapped it up, and he made it so that when I could still make a fist without the hand hurting at all. Is there a guy that when he wraps your hands, you have to wrap your hand a particular way?
Yeah, my coach. I mean, he wraps it the same way he normally does, and it feels good. I mean, like I said, nothing hurts. It doesn't even after about the 4th week after surgery, it stopped hurting completely. I mean, it's good.
Now you said you were cycling to keep yourself in shape when the hand was hurt. Were you on a road bike or were you on a mountain bike?
No, I was in like a spin class, like a cycling class.
Okay. So you're on a road bike but stationary.
Yeah. Exactly.
And those classes seem to keep you in pretty decent shape.
For the most part, I mean, obviously it's nothing like what you do during a fight, fight training and shit. But it's something to, keep your legs going, keep your heart pumping. They didn't even want me running because they didn't want nothing, none of the screws or anything shaking around in there. So, I mean, that's pretty much what I was limited doing.
Well, let's talk about Damacio Page now. Like, you're all healed up, you're ready to go, you're battled, your hands at least at 98%, if not better. Now, he's a stand-up striker, too. He's both you guys are stand there and swing for the fences. Besides his striking, what's the other thing that he brings? Like, what's the second best thing that he brings inside the cage?
Other than striking is just his heart. I mean, and to me, that's the top. That's the ultimate thing. You know, not only you got to get past the striking, but if you continue, if you outstrike him, he's gonna come at you no matter what. He's not gonna get scared, not gonna shy away. He's gonna try and throw those bombs to knock you out, and you just have to be mentally prepared for something like that.
Did you have to do anything special during training to get ready for his style of striking, or do you have enough guys in train camp that you kind of see it every day?
We have a lot of guys in training camp that I see every day, but I'm also going to Milwaukee next week to Rufus Sport and to go, kind of put the finishing touches on some stuff. So, we're taking this fight serious, as every fight, but especially something like this, that fight with Henry left a bad taste in my mouth, just because circumstances that happen. I mean, I'm not using that as an excuse. He did what he needed to do, and so I really want to, make significant changes and do what I got to do to be the best I can be for Damacio.
Perfect. Well, thank you very much for the interview. We appreciate you coming on here with MMA Oddsbreaker. Good luck, and we'll talk to you again after your next fight.
Thank you, sir. Huge fan, man. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right, sir.